Hey everyone and welcome back. So the spring is around the corner, or there's a couple of months left, but I'm really longing for the spring, and I have picked out 6 fragrances that I think a man should have in his spring collection. So we have 3 for the days and 3 for evenings. And why I made this video so early on is because I think you should always try to find the best price when it comes to fragrances. And if you start looking for these now, you have some time to maybe find a deal or some campaign or something, so you get something off when you buy them. Before we get into the fragrances, I just want to ask you to please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and if you want to, leave a super thanks. And now let's get into the first one, and this is a recent favorite of mine. I just discovered this one and I think it is fantastic and it will be perfect in the spring. So this is one for daytime, and this is Prada Luna Rossa Eau Sport. This is an amazing freshie, and this is a really sexy freshie. It has something fresh about it, it has something a bit warm, it's aromatic, it's spicy, and it has a fabulous note of lavender. There is citrus in the top with citron and bergamot, and in the mids you have ginger and lavender. And ginger is such a fabulous spicy note that gives fragrances some kind of sparkling spiciness, and I really enjoyed that kind of spiciness. And in the base, woody notes and ambergris. And if you watched my video yesterday, you do know that I love ambergris in fragrances. I love that it makes them warm, but what I love the most is the salty side of the ambergris. Whatever fragrance you have, if you add something salty to it, it just makes it better. So why is this such a sexy freshie? It's because it has the citrusy freshness that's really nice, but it also has this spiciness from the ginger and the saltiness from the ambergris. So the mix turns out to be something fresh, spicy, and also warm and a bit salty. The next one is one that I think is widely underrated. This one is not mentioned that often, but I absolutely love it. I think it's so underrated, and the one is Gucci Guilty Cologne Pour Homme. I mean, just look at that green juice. This just looks like it smells fantastic, and it smells so wonderful. It's one of my favorites from Gucci for men, and I love that it's so different to everything else. So this is fresh, it's aromatic, it's woody and spicy, and what I think is so cool with it is that they have combined that freshness with some kind of powdery touch. There's an aromatic mix of juniper berries, rosemary, and bergamot in the top. In the midst, a floral mix of heliotrope and violet together with green cypress. And in the base, patchouli leaf, cedar, and musk. This is wow, it's incredible. This is such a nice fragrance, and I really think that they have done something magical with those citrus notes together with the florals and the musk and this powdery veil over it. This is not a crazy powdery fragrance. This is mostly about the woody side, the floral notes, and the freshness and the aromatics. And to me, this is an incredibly elegant scent for a man and a perfect one to wear to work. And now moving on to one that is a bit more expensive, but it is from Parfums de Marly, and most of the Parfums de Marly are actually worth the money. And this is Seductive from Parfums de Marly. This is a beautiful, fresh, musky, and a bit soapy one. It has an aromatic mix and a woody mix that makes it so attractive and so masculine, but still soft. In the top there is some different kind of citrus notes together with mint, and that mint makes it fresh in a wonderful way. And then you have that grapefruit, and grapefruit notes are so nice because they make a fragrance fresh but also a bit sweet. In the midst, the aromatic mix of geranium, clary sage, and lavender together with olibanum. And the base is musky and woody with cedar, sandalwood, and cashmere. So the first times I tried Seductive, I wasn't that impressed, but this has really grown on me, and I think it's one of the best freshies that a man can wear. And what I really like about it is the mix of citrus in the top, that mint note, the woody notes, and the touch of something a bit soapy and probably the musky ambroxan as well. I get different comments about Sedley. Some say that the performance is really bad, some say that it's extremely good. I think it's about average, and I think it's more than what you can expect from a freshie. And now we're moving into the spring fragrances for evenings. And wait until the last one. I think I have saved the best for last, even if I think all three of the ones I picked out for evenings are quite incredible. But the last one, there is just something special about it, and it's one that I think many know about, but maybe not so many actually has and wears. And the first one is Valentino Uomo Acqua. Look at this bottle. I just love the Valentino bottles. They are not the best when it comes to storing, but they are beautiful. And yes, the juice is the important thing. And this one is fresh, it's aromatic, it's a bit spicy, it's green, and it's powdery. The top notes here are special with mandarin orange and tomato leaf. And the tomato leaf is what adds something green to it. In the midst, sage and patchouli, so some kind of aromatic mix. And in the base, leather and iris. So even if you're not a fan of powdery fragrances, do try this one out. This is so special. It does have a powdery side, but the powdery side is not overwhelming, and it's very far from that kind of lipsticky powderiness. This is more like something soft over the whole blend, and to me mostly this is about the beautiful dry down that is a bit soft, spicy, aromatic, green, and I'm not so into green fragrances, but the green dry down of Valentino Uomo Acqua is just fantastic. And because of that soft, inviting and romantic dry down, this is perfect for spring evenings, and definitely perfect if you are going on a spring evening date. And the next one up is from a line that almost everyone loves, and it's the Stronger With You line from Emporio Armani. So the one I have in my hand is Stronger With You Only from Emporio Armani. So when this came out, it was not love at first sniff. I thought it was good like all of the Stronger With You fragrances are, but when I have gotten to know this one, I am appreciating it more and more. It has the sweetness, the warmth and the spiciness like all of the other Stronger With You fragrances, but this also has a citrus fresh side, which makes it something a bit different from the others and very much better for warmer weather. So in the top you have the citrusy freshness, and it is coming from my favorite citrusy note of grapefruit. So you have this fresh sweetness in the top. In the midst, geranium and lavender, so you have that aromatic vibe over it. And in the base, labdanum, vanilla and chestnut. And that chestnut note is the same that you find in all of the other Stronger With You fragrances. And I would say that this reminds me pretty much of the original, but with that added citrus freshness. So if you like the original, there's a big chance that you will also enjoy this one. And this is probably the one you will pick up for warmer weather. So perfect on a spring evening. And whatever activity you are going to do on a spring evening, maybe going on a date, going out with friends, just sitting at a cafe outside, taking a coffee or a glass of wine and just enjoying those sunbeams. And when your skin gets a bit warmed up from that beautiful sun, this will project in a fabulous way. And we have quickly moved on to the last one for spring evenings, and the one is Giorgio Armani Acqua di Gio Absolu. If I'm to pick one that is the sexiest from the Acqua di Gio line, I am going with this one every time. This is like the other Acqua di Gio fragrances. It's aromatic, it's fresh, it's woody, it has something marine over it, but this also has something warm in it. It's sweet, it's a bit fruity, and that's why I think it's probably the sexiest one. And it has a delicious top with citrus notes together with apple, pear and sea notes. In the midst, the aromatic mix of lavender, rosemary and geranium. And in the base, woody notes, tonka bean and amberwood. So if you like the other Acqua di Gio fragrances and you want something that turns up the heat a bit, that is a bit more fruity, a bit more sweet, but still with that freshness that you find in the Acqua di Gio fragrances, I would say try Absolute because it's a great one. Now before you leave, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel with the notifications bell on so you don't miss my upcoming videos. Check out my other videos here, and if you want to support my work, you can leave a super thanks. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!